Hey, what's up, Gareth? So in a second, I'm going to be doing a audit slash review of Survival Front, and from a SEO and also a conversion, just high level overview of Survival Front. Why I'm doing this is, number one, I'm in a little bit of a void between Chiang Mai SEO conference and Affiliate World Asia. I didn't want to schedule anything too crazy between these two events, and what ended up happening is I don't have enough work to do, and I'm going crazy. So number two is that I'm actually going to do this charity event with the boys at Lead Spring in December, where we're going to be doing 30-minute consultations. These will be over Skype, so I just wanted to do one of these to give people a slight taste of what's kind of going to be like on the consultation calls and what kind of stuff we'll go over with you. And then third, just because I like you and I want the site to work out. So I haven't really prepped for this, so I'm just going to kind of freestyle here and see what I see and just brain dump and see if I can offer any advice on this already great looking site. So starting off here on the homepage, and since you don't try to rank the homepage, I won't comment on anything on this related to rankings, optimization, anything like that. I mean, your title tag's fine, whatever. All that stuff is great. I will check your source code for some schema. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, we got name, description. Description is a little weird. I'd probably just fill out an English description. I'm not sure how much this is a ranking factor, or if anything at all, but I don't know, it's just kind of odd. Where's the actual meta description? Yeah, the meta description too is kind of weird. I have no testing data on whether like not having like a meta description sentence format is a bad thing, but I don't know. I just check off all the boxes, do all the things, that kind of stuff. So I would definitely apply some schema for location-based stuff. So I can see based on your logo, you definitely want to rank in the United States, where US is going to be your primary geo. So definitely I would make up a fake address, or just I would actually take it to the point of getting a GMB, and then here you can reference that address in the schema, and then once you do so, you can send business citations or directory citations or sporting good, like any kind of sports and hobby directory citations to the site, which is really going to pillow out the site and get some nice trust links there, and those are dirt cheap, as you know. Okay, so then going back here, let's see here. So from what I understand, this website doesn't have a lot of color to it, but the color that I do find is red. So I would say you are a red website, if anything. There's a lot of red up here. When we get down here, okay, there's blue here too. So I would say, okay, now going down to the content itself, I'd say you're a blue website, not a red website. So let me just color wheel. Pull up a color wheel. So this is going to be important for us later. So I'm just going to digress a little bit and jump to one of your review articles. So let's look at folding survival knife. Okay, so here's an issue with conversion rate optimization. So your site needs to decide on a color. Like what's going to be the main color for the website. It looks like red is going to be the primary color if I look at your review pages. If I look at your home page, it looks like it's going to be blue, but you need to decide on a primary color. And then once you do so, you're going to look at the opposite side of the color wheel and then choose your call to action button. So let's say, for example, you chose a blue color, a blue CTA, or like, sorry, a blue website, then likely what you'd want to do is pick an orange CTA color, because that's opposite but complementary. It's really going to pop off the page. But since we have blue and red, you can see that nothing really pops here. Well, it's actually just kind of all blends in because everything I see on this page is red. So what you really want to do is figure out your primary action color, and let's say that thing is red, and never use red anywhere else. This is not a clickable area right here, so let's not use red for that. And if we remove red from everything else, then these three things, i.e. the things that make you money, are just going to pop off the page. So definitely don't make this red. I mean, seems like a safe thing to do, in this day and age, but you don't want to put a red highlight around it because my eyes are first drawn to here. I want my eyes to float right to here. People, I don't know what is the real verdict on, do you really need to say Amazon in Amazon CTA? I don't think so, and I've talked to multiple people. But if you use the word Amazon in there, guess what happens when people go to this website? They see, okay, this Voltron is the best knife for me. That's got the highest ratings for this guy. Check price on Amazon. Well, I'm at work right now, so I'll check the price later. So if you just said something like check today's price or something like that, then they click on this, then they're going to get their cookie, and then you're going to make a commission when they do decide to buy the thing or whatever. Ideally, the name of the game when you're on an affiliate site is you want to just get people to Amazon. Amazon's much better at converting people to you, so do whatever it takes to get them there. But if you tell them where they find information later, then they don't need to click anything to get there. Also, man, I'm all over the place now. One thing that's going to really help you out a lot is, first, I would test this. I don't know if this is helpful, that floating thing. I don't know how to get to it again, but I would test that. I haven't ever seen that work in my tests, but it could for your website, so that's something to think about. But so here, okay, so this is kind of good, like it shows you this is the best value, this is the premium choice, this is our choice. Okay, so I think these need to be differentiated better. Best values, kind of obvious. That one is like, gonna get you the best bang for the buck. Premium choice makes sense, and our choice. So I don't know what your criteria for our choice is. Are you also agreeing best value? Because that makes me conflict between this one and this one, because there's 1 star here, $1. I'm not sure, but you need to define out what your choice criteria is, or just make it something like that anyone can understand. This one's the best value. This was the best. If I want the best of the best, just don't want to pay I want the Ferrari, and this one would be most durable or best warranty or something like that. I would not keep this cryptic here. That's cool. Never seen that before. Okay, so we get down here. Now we get into a quick product comparison. This should be in order. These should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when people are kind of quick scrolling through the site, just like I am, like I'm not going to read that, I can see here, okay, they've already ranked these things. I only got 2 minutes to be on this page. I just want to see what the number 1 is. But if I get here, I can see, okay, this looks like to be the number 1. It's got the most dollar signs. No, that's not true. Now this is the number 1. There's 5 stars. Wait. This is the number 1. This is 5 stars. So you just need to rank these things, and then you're going to get more people clicking. And even down here, rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it saves the work out of people figuring out, what is the best one. I just want to know so I can buy it, kind of thing. But again, there's red all over the place. There's red here. There's red here. My eyes aren't drawn anywhere in particular. I'd say my eyes are drawn up here, which is the worst place my eyes should go. Okay, so let's go back to the home page. Your homepage area, you can see here we just got like a slider thing that's going through affiliate content. You might want to test this. I would consider actually doing like some kind of a static hero image, and definitely have some credibility indicators. I pulled up you guys on Ahrefs, and I'm looking at your referring domains, and looks like you haven't quite yet got some nice authority style links yet. Maybe this isn't bad. TR is pretty good. I don't know what these guys are, but what you can do is have a section down here that says as seen on, and then wherever you get your like high powered links, just put their logos down here, and that's going to invite a whole bunch of credibility for the people that visit your homepage. If you think about the natural course of browsing, so someone's going to do a search and they're going to end up on like your best fire starters page, and then they're going to read the content. Maybe they buy something, here, maybe they don't. But if they do like what they see, most of the time, especially if you don't have a sidebar telling, or at the bottom of the post telling them what to read yet, if they do like what they see, they'll probably just click that. And then from here, they decide if they want to read more. So I would go with the hero image, make it a lot slimmer. It's just way too tall here. And so make it kind of slim, like half the size, and then add in a whole bunch of as seen on kind of things. And then what I would get into, instead of the product reviews, I'd get into the guides. So the name of the game at this point in time is I just want them to read something else on the site, just to satisfy user metric algorithms and stuff like that. So I'd probably switch product reviews and guides. And this will also help in case, for God forbid, some manual reviewer comes to your site. Because right now I can see, okay, this is an affiliate site right away. Definitely affiliate site because here's product reviews and there's guides. But at least switch them up and put the guides up top. That might get you a better whatever from the manual reviewer. Okay, so let's imagine the guides are on the top. Now, I think we can name these a little bit more sexy. So how to read a map. How about something instead like a step-by-step guide on how to read maps in difficult locations or something like that. I mean, I think everyone feels like they know how to read a map if they've gone to elementary school. And if they don't, like, either way, like, this is kind of an embarrassing thing to click. Like, if I don't know how to read a map, that's just kind of like, I don't want to read that article because I'm going to feel dumb. But if it were something like how to read a map in a difficult location, or in a life and death scenario, or how to truly understand a map like a real outdoorsman, like, that doesn't make me feel stupid. And so we can make that a little bit more sexy, and it's going to get better clicks. And it's probably going to get better clicks from the SERP too. Let's see, how to read a map. Yeah, and then we can make something sexier up here, because if someone gets to this page just by organic search, right, they can read how to read a map. They're going to get to this page. They're going to see this header area above the fold and see, okay, how to read a map. That's great. I feel like I know how to read a map, so I'm not going to continue down this. But if it's like, a different title that's how to really read a map, then I'll stay on the page. Okay, so how to start a fire, we can do something similar. How to start a fire in any climate condition or in any weather condition, a how-to guide or something like that, or the mega guide or whatever. How to find water in the wilderness, in any wilderness, in any climate, whatever. Just make it seem like a little bit more imperative to read. How to build a survival shelter that is comfortable and rivals your own home or something like that. I don't know. Obviously I'm not in this niche and sounding like an idiot right now. And then what you can do, so we got product reviews and buying guides, and I mean, I think this is all fine. So, but I would just put the guides, the completely informational content up top. And what else do we see here? Okay. And let's see, here's your about page. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't really believe that EAT is a big part of the algorithm, but I do feel like if we're close on the precipice of Google being able to have the capacity and the care and the resources to look into authorship and that kind of stuff. And I saw you do have a little bit of a discrepancy here. So if we look at author, the author is Gareth Dane here. And then if we look at the about page, it's Terry Dane. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. But I mean, you do have a real author and owner of the website. Let's put in, a social profile. Let's put in a photo. Let's put in all that stuff. And let's match it up with the author that you have in the schema. And then in case EAT does matter or starts to matter in the future, then your bases are covered. Yeah. Anyways, it does look like, I definitely think you can beef up this page. Okay, so let's go over to organic keywords on the site. I'm going to get into a little bit of the SEO now. Now let's actually look at backlinks first. So we got a bunch of links here. Let me change this link type to do follow. I mean, there's a handful of links here. Obviously, you're linking a lot from your own stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely some work to be done on getting links. At least you've stuck to mostly like strong stuff here. but I think you have a lot of link building to do. I think you know that. Anchors. Seem to be extremely diverse and conservative. It looks like mostly URL anchors to individual pages. Like you can start dipping into this target anchor text anytime now. You've definitely pillowed each of these individual pages, that's for sure. Let's see, we could also look at best by links. So you got a lot of links to the home page and a good even split. I would say you have a good amount of links going to the home page and distributed between the inner pages. That's good. What else I want to do is do a cycle on survival front. Yeah, it looks like there's no index bloat here. Looks pretty clean. Yeah, no index bloat. Everything looks fine on it from a technical perspective. I'm not going to take anyone's time and look at, site speed or 301 loop issues or 404s and any of that stuff. So skip over that. Okay, so let's go back here to organic keywords. And I can see that your best keyword, at least according to Ahrefs, is best survival bow. So I've taken the liberty of bringing up a surfer audit on that already. Basically the two main tools I use these days are just Ahrefs and Surfer SEO. So basically I've done an analysis on best survival bow, and then I typed in your URL here for best survival bow. Oops. And then all I'd like to do is just click audit here. So the first thing I'd look at is, of course they're going to say you're missing a lot of common backlinks. You barely started link building, so there's a lot of work to be done there. So, but I know a lot of these links here are the ones that your competitors have, so it'd be a good idea to get some of these guys, Survival Life, Gear Hunt, all these guys. Be good to outreach to. Oops. But the definite one I spend a lot of time looking at is true density. And I'd go to phrases first, and you can see here, like, based on, based against the competitors, right, you're a little bit low on the main keyword, so they're suggesting adding 4 to 22 more of best survival bow in the phrases. But check this out, so like there's a lot of keywords here that, like, arrow rest, this is one's red, and if you're talking about survival bows, you most likely need to use this term arrow rest in order to describe them and stuff like that. So it's suggesting to add an 8 to 26 of these based on the word count of your page right now. So of course, if you change your word count, this is going to change as well. Samick Sage looks like you're over optimized for these guys. You're using it 8 times, your competitor's using it 0 to 4 times. So there's like, yo, chill out on the Samick Sage, bro. Survival bows, yeah, we're a little bit over optimized here. We're missing the term hard maple, which is coming up decently a lot based on the competitors, stuff like that. And going through the phrases first. So after you optimize the phrases, which there's a lot here that there's some work to be done, but after you optimize the phrases, then it'll be a lot easier going to individual words. So we're all good right here, but we don't even have the word arrow written on the page when we're talking about bows. So like, this is where these TF-IDF true density algorithms come into play, because Google's comparing your other competitors for these kind of terms. Like if you're trying to rank for bow stuff, it's pretty hard to talk about bows comprehensively without talking about arrows, that kind of stuff. So this is just something that I do on every single page. Word count. So I don't look at body, I look at words in paragraphs. So that's typically like what's in the content. Body could be something that's in the sidebar and stuff like that. So it's typically smaller in the paragraphs, and it's more aligned with what you want to look at. But if we open this up here, here's where you are, and here's the 1 and 2 guys. Here's number 3, 4, 5. I would say that I never really go based on what it says here, no action required. I always look at the graph and see if I can make a decision here. So I mean, it looks pretty clear cut. If you're in first or second place, you're typically very brief on this. So I would consider removing some of the words and maybe getting it down to about here. I know a lot of people feel very iffy on this. This is almost an emotional decision. But if you want to check what that's done for me, just check my YouTube channel and just look for a video that has to do with SEO coaching or Surfer SEO, where I just show I completely reduced word count and rescued a ranking that dropped from 1 to 2. Look at these two things. There's some other stuff I look at, but I typically scroll through and I look for anything red. You don't have any red down here, but I would definitely look at load time. It looks like you're about 3 seconds to load the page. They're just saying you're barely a little bit slower than the other guys, but I think you can get faster than this anyways. I won't dig into what the reason is, whether it's slow images or something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's just an example of what I would look at it on the page itself. In terms of interlinking, right? So one thing I would say here is if your best page is best survival bow, if you want to get it to rank faster, give it a homepage link from the home page, because your home page has, I think it was, 13 referring domains. So a lot of links just going to the home page, but I don't see best survival bow here. I would definitely just have this area be the area where you have your best ranking content, or this content with the most search volume, that kind of stuff, because getting a link from the homepage is very powerful, and you want to be stingy about what you link there. Like for example, on these guides, if you have no chance or no care to want to rank them, just no follow them right here, and it would have so I guess it's a suggestion these days on whether link juice will flow to these pages or not. Let's see, do we have any bow stuff here? Oh no, the bow doesn't show up here. The bow doesn't show up here. So yeah, run an experiment. Like swap out this survival food with the bow, and I bet you're gonna jump up a page or two in the rankings. Okay, so outside of that, it's pretty difficult for me to check out your site architecture without getting some kind of diagram or really digging in for a while, but that's about as much as I can look at from a high level. I think there's some cool things you can do with the site. Again, just to wrap up, being really disciplined about your color, rearranging the homepage just to convey a little bit more trust, because almost everybody who's going to stay on your website is going to go to this page, especially if you're not leading people into the next suggested articles with the sidebar or widgets at the bottom of the post, something like that. So everyone's going to see this page, assign some credibility, get them into a very clickbaity guide here, and just keep them on the site. It's going to make Google happy. And then, color discipline, single CTA color for your buttons, your affiliate buttons, and don't use that color anywhere else. And do some link building, of course. The authority builders will help you out with that when you're ready. And don't ignore true density. I know a lot of people like to believe that Google's smart enough to read content, know what you're talking about, but it's still a code reader, so it's looking for word correlations, that kind of stuff. So you got to talk about arrow when you're talking about bows. Hope this helps, man. And if you have any questions, just hit me up.